from what I hear, we have the whale with us. Hello, Flennils. Please take it away. That is a lot of beeping I just heard in my ear.
So can I go now? All right, hello everybody. It's me, Flen, here to bring you Devil May Cry 80%, and I'm joined by my lovely cow, which Crimson Shooter. Please introduce yourself.
Heyo everyone, I am back with Flen.
Welcome.
And we also have Tempest Mask.
Hello, friends. Oh, sorry. Hello, friends and fellow gamers. I'm Tempest. You might have seen me around and volunteering and stuff before, but I actually do run a Devil May Cry game. I actually run the reboot, and I'm also working on running this game as well, and I'm very happy to be joining Flen today.
And we also got Slickford, an amazing DMC runner. It's just an honor to have him here, really.
Hey guys, I'm Slick. Just joined some people were looking for a commentator for the game. I'm always here to help support the game. I've been world record runner a couple times, but other than that, I'm just here for the commentation.
That's awesome, and we're gonna start here. Time will start when I select my difficulty. So let's count down in 3, 2, 1. Devil May Cry.
Alright, so going into Devil May Cry 1, for those that don't know, this game originally launched in 2001, directed by the one and only Hideki Kamiya, and this game was actually originally planned to be the first sort of incarnation to Resident Evil 4, but the whole gist of this game is that with the whole hack and slash action defined, one Shinji Mikami convinced Kamiya to make this game into its own thing, and well, we've had this franchise since. Now, any percent normal is usually what you're going to see whenever you just want to start this game in general, because normal is the difficulty that you always get on a fresh file. And so the general idea is that we're going to try and manage our rankings and our red orb collection as best as we can. What Flen just did there was he got a secret cache of red orbs right there, because otherwise the game would have you try to go around and collect those individual orbs to then pay that red orb gate. Now, red orbs, it's a bit of a mainstay within the series. It's the currency that we usually use to buy items, unlock skills. It's a crystallized demon blood, go figure. And coming up, we're actually going to be encountering our first enemy there, the Marionette. Now, one thing to note is that Flen is going to try and get as high a rank as possible, because with the higher the rank that he gets, the higher the post-mission bonus for how much red orbs he gets as a result of it. And if Flen is able to no damage this, he gets what's called a special bonus, which gives him even more. Now, how this is all going to play out is the first skill we are going to want to get is something called Stinger. So once you see that, you all know what time it's going to be. For now, though, we also got a red orb cache on top of that biplane right there. Keep that in mind for later, you all. It's just a little foreshadowing, if you will. Other than that, yeah, foreshadowing. But yeah, we're going to go find some more marionettes. How these guys usually work is they have some close range attacks, but they also have a tendency to throw knives at you as well, which can be a bit annoying. We're just going to see how it all plays out, though. Good so far, but then we got some more fellas coming in.
We got a red at the front one there. Sadness.
Yeah, what's tricky about the basement is that not only is all of the spawns from these side doors completely random, but the amount of health that each individual marionette has is also random. So this can be quite reset frustration when you're going for a good PB in this room.
Absolutely. Now, Flen also just collected a green orb right there, which is usually your health recovery item, but if you have full health already, it actually doubles as a red orb itself, which is always nice. Now, you're also seeing the cool Bravo, all that ranking stuff. That's just basic ranking combos. Getting as high a combo as you can is also paramount to getting an S rank. So as you can see, the stylish, got a little slice there by the marionette.
He can afford up to 3 hits on mission 1 as long as he finishes with 155 orbs, and he's got that. So we still got our S rank here.
Yeah, mission 1 is not all that long, particularly. It's actually, this is the cutoff point, and yep, there we go. Nicely done. So, moving into mission 2, we're now actually going to get our first weapon. So, Dante here was initially equipped with Force Edge, a memento from his father, Sparta. And we're actually going to get the Alistair sword now, which will not only give us some extra skills that we can purchase, such as the Stinger, but also give us access to our Devil Trigger, which is practically a bread and butter feature of the series itself. You're going to see these glyphs right under Flenn's health bar, and once that's up to at least 3, he can enter Devil Trigger mode. First things first, we're going to enter the... Actually, no, they don't pop up just yet. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, they pop up later.
That's
What's important about mission 2, important thing to know about mission 2, I need to no damage this mission in order to get the S rank.
Yes,
And if I get the S rank, that'll make sure that I get Stinger level 2 by mission 3, which is really important.
yeah. He's gonna fight some floating enemies that can actually fly through walls in the next room. They're very annoying. And what's hard is we've yet to come up with any sort of way to make this consistent. You're just at the mercy of the enemy AI here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I say they're the worst enemies in the game, and that's with good cause. I've lost many runs to these guys.
Which now we are moving into the Sin Scissors, which is our second enemy type. One thing you'll note about this game is that, unlike later titles, this actually has particular
nice.
enemy groups. Very nicely done. But, yeah, no, the funny thing about Devil May Cry 1 is that enemies are usually within the same groups as each other, minus a particular enemy that we'll be seeing a little later on. But usually whenever there's a room filled with marionettes, it's usually going to be marionettes. Sin Scissors, it's going to be Sin Scissors, so on and so forth. Nicely
and
done,
we've got
though.
our double S to
So
start,
now we're...
and Stinger
Yeah.
2. Perfect.
Absolutely. So, chat, get your DAWs ready, because...
We're going
There
to
we
hear that a
go.
lot.
That's
Get ready
already
to go
going
down.
off just on something else.
Damn.
Chat's going off about every variation of Devil May Cry in one way or another you can think of.
Goodness, we've already got the puns going, don't we?
Well, it's slightly different than usual.
Always nice. 3, 4. Okay.
We've got a whole bunch of Devil might have cut an onion.
Devil might have cut an onion.
Devil is suffering from allergies.
Devil
know what?
goes thingy. I don't know.
I guess that's fair. My personal favorite is Devil May Fry.
Oh, yeah. Gotta make that food somehow.
So, yeah, we are underwater, and technically, while Dante's health was going down, that does not count as getting damaged, so it is possible to no damage the mission even with that in mind, which is very considerate. Now we're going to be coming up to our first boss,
Yeah,
the Phantom,
no damage
but yeah.
there underwater, and also we'll see later on mission 7. Doesn't count as damage taken on normal, but it does on hard, and Dante must die. But yeah, here we got Phantom. Looks like Flenn's gonna get a nice quick kill. Oh, that's all right. He wants no damage here.
Okay,
You got it.
I got
Perfect.
I got scared there.
Yeah.
Tom.
You got scared.
I got scared, yeah.
So,
Phantom is like, can it take 10 seconds or 10 years? Good thing we got the 10 seconds and the special bonus.
Yeah,
nice.
perfect.
So, what you guys were seeing there was also the first few instances of using Devil Trigger. Devil Trigger itself is the special state, like they were saying, with the glyphs under Dante's health. What it does is it'll increase Dante's damage output and his speed, as well as give him HP regeneration.
Double trigger is really important.
quickly.
Yeah.
I like to do the skewer strats against the shadows. It's more consistent. I don't have to deal with the RNG of, how many shots it takes for them to open the core so I can hit them. It's always a mess. So I just like be consistent with the skewer strat, which basically
Shadows.
waiting for the shadow to do that maneuver where he shoots forward and you can stand up on him, and then you just shoot him and he dies. Normally, you would have to shoot him with your guns so you can expose his core, and then you hit the core and then he dies. But the amount of shots that it can take for him to open the core is random. So, better to just get a consistent kill than stay than risk staying 2 minutes shooting him to no avail.
Yeah, shadows are very much a notorious enemy within this game. They can easily wreck your no damage without much of a second thought.
All right, and we're gonna come up right here and fight Dante's loser brother.
Oh, the shade!
Yeah. And we're just gonna give him a bath here with some holy water, and boom, holy water is exceptionally powerful in Devil May Cry 1.
Absolutely.
And is actually even stronger in the HD release than it was on the original PS2 versions.
Oh wow, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that actually.
Me neither. Second shadow coming up. Come on, Kitty.
All right, we're
Just
gonna
get a
put a
little bit of-
skewer here. Perfect.
Nice. So yeah, if it wasn't obvious, these fellas... Oh, hang on.
Okay.
Oh, that was a close one. Yeah, these fellas will self-destruct after some time, and if they do manage to grab you in the period where they are glowing red, they will damage you, no question about it. There's actually this elongated cutscene if you do happen to die from that attack. It's definitely a humiliating move, to say the least.
Yeah, this is the only Devil May Cry game that has special death animations from certain enemies.
I actually didn't know that either, wow.
Yeah, so if you die to that, when that shadow grabs you, they'll have a special death animation. There's a whole bunch of different enemies that have their own unique kill animations on Dante, a little holdover from Resident Evil.
That's totally fair.
Phantom
Is-
will straight up eat you.
Legit.
Wait, wow.
I
That's...
hate bugs, so let's holy water them.
Yeah, no, I agree. We are the pest control today. We gotta wash things away because apparently holy water is very much the solution to our problems. It is worth mentioning that anytime Flen does use an item, it will affect our ranking, but of course using the holy water is still more than worth it for the sake of speed.
Oh yeah, the ranking system is very tied to how well your run is going to go in a game like this. The orb economy and currency is very tight, and everything affects that. So if you get hit in one mission, that could throw off your all the money you have in order to buy the necessary items for each item coming up. Right now, Flan is just killing it and just has a perfect orb route. But it's good to know where they're backups if we need them in the future. But yeah, we're doing great. But everything, time, which we're not we're worried about because we're speed running. How much damage you've taken, how many orbs you've collected, and how many items you've used, all factors into what your final rank for each mission is, and how many orbs you get from that. So every little thing in this run works with itself, and it's all interconnected.
So one thing to note as we are going into these, some more sin scissors is, you saw Phantom right there, and that was the second of the optional fights. Technically, if you do go out of your way to kill Phantom, you get quite a bit of red orbs, but obviously we don't care.
Okay, now I want to not get hit by a bug here, because it guarantees the S rank in this mission. And if they spit on me once, yep.
Ooh!
There we go. That's fine.
Unfortunate.
Just as I was saying.
Yeah, this is one of those missions where you can at certain A is fine either way, really.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
want
Not
to
horrible.
be nice on the.
It is nice to get the S. Yeah, that's true.
It really is.
That marathon luck, though, sometimes it just happens.
It's as my good old friend LOZ Cards Fan 23 sometimes says, the game knows.
All right, and we're going to come up to the final Phantom fight here. Phantom 2.
I'm gonna buy a purple orb. Purple orb increases in my devil trigger gauge. Every orb gives me one more rune, and with more runes means more time to be in DT mode.
Do we have
One fun fact. Oh, hey, I'll give it to you in just a second, Firebird.
Good.
But one fun fact about this fight is that an alternative way to defeat Phantom is if he manages to smash the glass a few times around, then that actually will auto-kill. Because the whole idea is that Phantom will still die to impalement from that statue from what we saw in Mission 1. But also, Flen is going to pick up the Trident as well as a really powerful weapon called the Grenade Gun, and this is going to be very helpful for dispatching some enemies, especially within Devil Trigger, as you'll see very soon. But yeah, I think this would be a good time for some donations if we have any, or even announcements.
We have a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
All right. First thing, let's go through the quick donations. We got one from Tammy for $100. It just says, Tammy wants Skyrim. I am absolutely certain that went to the Skyrim incentive. Also, chat is going off with lots of puns. Devil May Cry puns. I decided to jump in the action, so there's a donation from me for $5. It says, if Dante's father was Mr. Satan, this game would be called Videl May Cry.
Oh my god.
You pulled that one up on Blaze's stream yesterday. I remember.
I did. We also have another one from Rashawn Dragoness for $50. It says, good luck with your run. Rashawn Dragoness from Lumi's Discord, the best fox. I don't know who Lumi is, but hey, a fox. And finally, we have a donation from Amerlin. That is the next runner for $15 and said, it would own me so hard if people donated to save the guards. I told you, people. It actually owns
hardest boss in the game.
What?
Okay, the hardest boss in the game. Just done.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was Griffin right there. And not a lot of people know that you can skip that fight by simply lighting up the torches and just going through the door, but there you go. And now we have moved into the next enemy group, which is the aforementioned exception to the singular enemies within rooms. Now, chat, please forgive me on this one, but I swear this is the actual enemy name. They are called fetishes, and it's actually referring to the plumes of their helmets. So it's I swear it's a medieval term, and they very much did not intend to make it sound otherwise, but just so we're clear on that. Otherwise, Flen did get our second main weapon, which is called Ifrit the Fire Gauntlets, and yeah, no, we like to light things on fire with our punches, our kicks, and all that stuff. That's basically how it goes anyway. It is to also bring up the fact that Ifrit and Alistair both have separate skills that you can purchase within the shops. So the idea is that while Ifrit cannot do a stinger attack, the nice thing about the two is that there is a button within the game that instantly lets you swap between the two. So if you see a little animation where Dante is like doing a chest pump or slamming the ground, and you see these little spell circles too, that's the thing.
This is mission 10. This one can be particularly fun. So you're going to see this little white floating dot. It's going to fly to either the left or the right, and it can fly inside of enemies. And if you don't take the exit that the light does, it sends you all the way back to the beginning of the mission. So we shouldn't have any problems, but like 1 out of every 100 times, this light can just decide to pull a Yui at the last minute. And it could be quite frustrating if it happens to you in, say, a race or something like that.
That light trolled me once in a run, and I was like, what the frick happened?
Yeah, it'll just decide to... Oh, I think it's going right, yeah.
Yeah, it's going right.
Just like that.
Okay. It usually goes
Got
left,
it.
but okay.
Yeah, they could just decide on a whim. We got it,
True
though,
that.
so good.
Yeah.
So there, mini
Lost
mini
Wo-
here.
Yeah,
And then we have
Lost Wood's
Cyclops.
over.
Yep, these two enemies we're not even going to see because they're already dead. There's just mini
are.
rock phantoms called Cyclopses. And that's all we're going to see of them for the whole run.
Yeah.
Normally you would see them again if you did try to do all the secret missions, because one of them, for who knows why, requires you to have them shoot their rocks at each other so at least one of them dies to the friendly fire. It's an interesting concept that some enemies can, attack each other and all, but gosh, imagine just how long that would take anyone, really.
Oh, yeah. That's
Okay,
the
so
worst secret mission.
We're here in mission 11. I want to no damage this mission as well for the S rank, which will be really helpful.
We'll see what
blades
happens.
control me. Ah, we're good. Okay, we're fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, those blades Sometimes you can think of them also as lizard men, you know, like in Soul Calibur. Shout out to our friends that taught me that one anyway.
I love Soul Calibur.
And we've got another boss fight coming up. It's going to be a
Nello
pretty
2.
long, stretched out one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nello Angelo 2.
Second verse, same as the first.
Exactly. With some holy water.
Push
But
over.
That 3 hit.
Ooh, he almost got you.
He almost gets me. Always.
He's trying to scare us. Shame on him.
Trying to.
Trying to, yeah. Fair point, Crimson.
What does he think he is? A storm?
Is he a storm that is approaching?
Is he motivated? That's all I want to know.
No,
Yeah.
he is lacking motivation.
You know
Damn
what?
it.
Fair enough. He looks very lifeless.
Right at the beginning of this mission, we're going to get a little player warning screen saying, hey, guess what? You got to go underwater. Because for some reason, every video game in the first 30 years of video games needed an underwater level. So this kind of throws people off quite a bit at the beginning. There's a whole new set of controls for maybe a combined total of 60 seconds for your average player. But yeah, here we go. If you're at home wondering and hating these inverted underwater missions, remember you can always use your D-pad, which is not inverted, and a lot of people don't know that. Also works if you happen to be flying.
Mm-hmm.
Going right into Griffin 2. We're actually going to fight him this time.
Yeah. Wait.
The first things first, we got to get the ship sailing, and then Griffin's gonna be coming into play and stuff like that. So
Nice cleanup.
yeah, nicely
There's a
done
way
indeed.
to kill that guy with just one holy water, but the time is really specific. So for Griffin 2, we're going to do kind of a cool strat. We're going to shoot him twice, and then time a stinger that I missed. Awesome. I only have one holy water, so that's a problem.
Well, if we're,
Air
worst
raid?
case scenario, we are able to buy those in the shop, but of course we got to keep the orb economy in mind.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, here's another good thing about the grenade launcher. Not only does it do a lot of damage, but it's definitely the best weapon in the game for building DT up very quickly.
And DT is something you definitely want to keep on hand.
Absolutely. Nice S rank.
Absolutely,
Mission 13.
this is a mission.
It's a mission.
It is most certainly a mission.
The shortest
think-
one, and we're back underwater again.
Yeah, this time we're going to use the water gun, and all we really need to do is kill these two blades to proceed on. This is a very easy mission to S rank, but that does require going a little bit out of your way because, as Sleck mentioned, you have to collect some orbs, and the best way to do that is to... There's this little object within the background that will give you a very big orb. It would be a little bit out of the way, though. Probably a good backup, per se, but, you know.
Yeah, he's going to S-rank this. The extra orbs are for the special bonus, like we got on missions 3 and 5.
Exactly.
Which aren't really required for any percent. Good in other categories, though.
Now we're going to a intermission, which, if we do take some damage, it shouldn't carry over to our mission rank. And this is usually a good time to just, you know, collect whatever you can. Not a whole lot of these, but yeah. I'd say this is also a good time to throw it back on over to Firebird. So if you got anything to say, go ahead.
Thank you. I do. I got a donation in from Beep Fizzle for $5. It says, if Devil wants to see something secret, then Devil may spy. And then parentheses says, $5 pun train, anyone? We'll take any donation train we can get. Send those puns in. I'll read them on the air and make everyone in everyone in commentary booth groan. I also got one from Just Some Andy for $25. If the Devil raced Flenn in this game, the Devil would lose. But at least the Devil may try. Loving the run so far, Flenn. Keep up the amazing work. Much love to each and every one of you as well. And never forget, trans rights are humans' rights. Couldn't agree more. I also want to point out that we have passed $11,000. Happened a little bit ago. So,
Nice.
Also,
Nice.
Andy, I love you, man, but why you gotta do that to me?
What?
Anyway, we got some more marionettes happening right now, and there's also another little red gate, something we haven't seen in a while. There's not really a whole lot of these within the run, so, we had more than enough orbs to pay that off, but yeah. Not too much else. Did we go through that particular room with the changing enemies already?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And the RNG behind those fellas can absolutely change up. It can be shadows, it can be blades, death sights,
Blades.
yeah.
We're going to be using a lot of. You see Flenn flying through the air. He'll be doing that a lot this mission. That's Vortex 2, which is the fastest way to move in the entire game. What's interesting about Vortex is, by holding the R2 button, then Dante will not lock on. Normally he will lock on. We're actually going to use that lock-on feature of Vortex 2 for a skip later on in the game. But in the meantime, we just want to take these corners nice and tight. And he's also using an item called the Untouchable, which gives you a ton of DT for a long period of time. You can't take damage, but it does tank the rank. We're going to get like maybe a C on this mission just from using that one item. And the cool thing is if you leave a room, DT management in this game is huge. If you leave a room with your Untouchable on, it will give you full Devil Trigger for the next room. And now we have Griffin 3, final one. We're not going to see Griffin again until DMC 5. We'll start off with a Holy, and now we've got to knock him out of the air.
With some grenade shots.
1.
If they hit him, of course. There we go.
And 2. All right, and now we just clean him up with another couple Holy Waters.
Just 2 more Holy Waters.
And we'll get a little cameo from Trish.
Trish. Oh yeah, Trish is in this game.
Yeah.
Look at her.
Trish is very much a main series character, a very recognizable one. She was introduced with this game, obviously, and the thing to note about her is that Dante here actually is trying to figure out who the heck killed his mother and brother all those years ago, and Trish kind of looks like his mom. It's, I don't know what to tell you there. I guess it was just somebody trying to play a prank on him or something, who knows.
Yeah, it's just a prank.
Pretty much
bro.
what happened, actually. Mundus sent him Trish to screw with him because he looks like his mom. So yeah, you're pretty much right.
A quick fun fact I like to point out is that the little hallway with the traps that Flenn did, you can do both of them, but we don't. It's not necessary, but what you do get normally is this really rad gun called the Nightmare Beta, which it's probably my favorite weapon of the game. It's unique in that it uses Devil Trigger energy to shoot powerful shots, and yeah, I just love what it does. Probably my favorite thing to use in my casual first-time playthrough.
There are
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
really
of
fun.
obscure mechanics to Nightmare Beta as well, like distortion. So,
Oh yeah,
which
distortion.
aren't really used. Yeah, it's not really used in the speedrun. We've tried finding a couple places to use it, but right now it looks like we're faster without it. Here's a new enemy called the... Oh wow, did I just forget? Plasmas. Plasmas, yeah.
No, trust me, I would have probably needed a moment to think about it myself. They have 2 forms, though. One is their bat-like form, and then there's the Dante doppelganger.
Yeah, that bat-like form is, like, I've heard whisperings and rumors that bat-like form was a cut Dante ability. And they just repurposed it for the plasma.
I never would have guessed, actually. That's funny, because...
I know that the Dante form is his first showing his beta form.
Gosh,
All right.
I'm learning things today.
Oh, yeah. And now
Nightmare.
we're on to Nightmare.
Oh boy, here we go. So
Very
Nightmare,
complicated, boss.
We're gonna count.
let's see what happens.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And
Holy water.
he's down.
So the thing about
That's
Nightmare is
nice.
that, yeah, nicely done. the core being the weak point can actually take some damage that will carry over to other fights. We want to avoid that as best we can.
Yeah, perfect
It's-
execution will sidestep that, and we won't have to worry about that. But if you let Nightmare get away from you, it can be quite a nightmare.
Haha.
I mean, hey, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny that Nightmare is actually a bioweapon, which, you know, Resident Evil, knock on wood. I mean, bioweapons, though, in a Devil May Cry game, I mean, it's kind of, I guess it's just kind of funny to think about altogether. We are getting close to the end of the game, actually. We only have 6 missions left, technically speaking. This next one will eventually bring us to what will be a final battle with Nello Angelo, which, another fun fact on that one, it's actually supposed to be Nero Angelo, but for some reason the English translation took the R, put it into an L, which is normal. I actually know that for a fact about the Japanese hiragana, katakana language, but yeah, no, it just kind of stuck with us. So we know him as Nello, but when you think about it later on with Devil May Cry 4's protagonist Nero, it kind of makes sense.
And if you didn't know, Nero is black in Italian.
That's true. Yes, I am actually Italian, so there you go.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Would this be a good time to torch you with a few more
Ow.
donations?
Most certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that train, people took up the challenge. So, starting with JD Puppy at $5, we got, a pun train challenge. Let's go! If instead of crossing over with Dora, we crossed over with Pokemon Yellow, we would have needed to use HMO2 on Dante so that the devil may fly. We also have one from Emerlin for $5. It says, when the devil's gotta get some studying done late at night, the devil may lo-fi. And for $5 more from Irish Ouija, we've got when Dante DTs and uses Vortex, then the devil may fly. And then we've got one more donation that I think is a little personal. It's my guess. It's from Jason LaRose for $128. It says, good luck, flennils. You've got this. This game takes a lot of skill. You can't just rely on a fluke to get through it, but I know you've got one of those too. Care to comment?
Well,
Was
thank
that
you.
was that a whale pun by any chance?
Maybe. Was it a whale pun? I don't even know.
That's a Oh, well, anyway, unfortunately, it looks like duty calls because devil hunters are very much needed in all sorts of places. I'm unfortunately going to have to leave it up to the rest of the crew here, but Flenn, thank you for having me so much, and everyone keep donating to Trans Lifeline. Really wonderful cause, and yeah, good luck, my dude.
Yeah, thanks, Tempest. Thank you for being here in the first place, too.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, Tempest.
Anyway, that was Nello 3. Since he's Nello 3, we just used 3 holy waters, and he's done.
So, just doing a quick research. Yes, it is a bit of a whale pun because a whale fluke is what's called when they raise their tails out of the water when they dive.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually didn't know that.
And I thought
So you can see Flenn's got a fancy new sword that he's not going to use even once here.
Yeah.
The
Sadly,
Sparta
because it's
sword.
my favorite sword, and I wanted to use it.
Yeah, the Sparta sword, while having a good damage output, doesn't have DT in the normal missions, and that's just no good. We need our DT, we need our movement options, we need all of our abilities. So we're just gonna put it away, and we're gonna come to the very last swimming part of the game.
The second to last.
Is there one more? Maybe I'm not
yeah.
thinking.
There's this room, and then you have the next one where you have to dive up. Not dive up.
Right,
swim.
yeah, the very next room. Duh. Last mission with water in it.
Yes. Also, these scissors underwater are really trolly. Like, what the hell?
There is a way to manipulate them, but sometimes, just like everything in this game, sometimes it just doesn't want to cooperate.
It's just whack. This game is whack. Devil may whack.
Certainly has some jank to it.
All right, now we're gonna get an egg. Like, it's an egg. What else do you want me to say? It's an egg.
You will
Alright.
give me an egg.
I'm going to cut back down and Nightmare 2. Now, we have the same exact thing as we did earlier. We're going to get behind him. 5 charged punches, 1 quick punch, and a holy water.
Okay, so let's concentrate here a little bit.
Alright.
2.
And we're good.
And we are good to go. I'm always
Get out of
scared.
here, Nightmare.
I am always scared when I try to do this strat because like I'm always like, am I a little bit too late?
Oh yeah, it can be pretty nerve-wracking there.
And the egg
Same.
became the jewel.
Yeah, this run has been just great.
It's been fantastic.
Yeah, really good for a marathon setting to show off everything. Your orb rout's been just mint.
Mint.
Yeah, throw some British slang in there, I guess. All right. And we have some new enemies on this mission called the Nobodies, which are gross amalgamations of human body parts and flesh. So real cuddly stuff.
And they're creepy.
Yeah.
Yep, but
Let me get these morbs. They're not
these
orbs,
aren't
they're morbs.
morbs. But yeah, they're not your standard Disney style nobodies.
Haha!
And in this room, here, this little bedroom we're in, actually, if you didn't get Nightmare Beta before, it's just laying on the bed in there. So you can grab it right there.
Let me just shoot him once or twice just to be sure that I'll have DT. I'm always unsure if I'll get enough DT when I fight these guys. Then we're just gonna holy water because yes, Jesus.
Yeah. Holy Water is very strong in this game. It's very cheap, too. Only 700 orbs.
Yeah. But then I go to hard mode and they're like 3,800. It's crazy.
Yeah, like 4,000. Yeah.
I've had runs where I didn't have enough DT after leaving the mirror, and it was sad.
Mhm.
Oh, so sad.
There is a way to stinger launch yourself exactly over. I do have a setup for that. But we don't need it now because we're just going to vortex right across, drop into hell.
Into the underworld we go.
We have time for a
Alright.
quick donation?
Yeah.
Okay. And we got another one from Beep Fizzle for $5 more. That says, if Devil feels like going Gangnam style, then Devil may PSY. We appreciate the donation.
Tons. I love them.
All
So
right,
coming out
and
to Nightmare 3.
yeah, our last one. We do have a somewhat different, easier way to kill him this time.
Yep.
It is going to take 2 holy waters though, and when he does die, it's going to probably pretty loud.
Oh, but I got the
Ooh, up top.
top one. Can't get on top of him. Okay. Okay then.
You're gonna have the side spike coming at you. Nice. All right, 1,
2, 3, 4. And then we
Very
just holy
nice
water.
recovery. Yep. All right, now Trish is gonna come in and try to help Nightmare out.
Yeah. Also, loud alert. Really loud alert. Please lower your
Yeah.
volumes.
Yes.
There we go.
I warned you.
And that's Nightmare down. All right.
Mission 21. Best music in the game right now.
So we're gonna open a door here by shooting a switch across the way. And now we're gonna have a lot of vortex, and we're gonna climb at the end. Anybody
Okay.
who's seen a
Hello,
DMC one run before knows about the Cosmo Climb, found by DE Cosmic. But first, we got to take care of just a couple of nobodies.
A couple of them.
Yeah, and these tentacle walls.
One. Grenade
Nice
stinger.
tea.
I think we can squeeze in some 1 or 2 donations.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I had one right now, but
Oh,
just a quick talk about Trans Lifeline and Fastest FursFall Fest is proud to once again be raising money for Trans Lifeline. Their hotline is a peer support service run for trans people, for trans and questioning callers. Their operators are located throughout the United States and Canada and are all trans identified. If you're in crisis or just need someone to talk to, please visit translifeline.org hotline and to learn how you can connect. And everyone in chat, please give all your hype for Flenn, who is giving us an amazing run to raise money for this amazing charity.
All right. Now, earlier thanks for that. Earlier I talked about locking on to enemies, and we're going to see that right now with the Cosmo Climb. Flynn's going to go underneath, shoot straight up, and as long as he holds that, he's going to keep going in that same direction, and he's going to skip, almost the entirety here, and
not
just
perfect.
fly straight up.
It's better than to just do this and fall down.
Yeah, good climb.
I have fallen down before. It was like,
Falling down's never fun.
never fun.
Nice ass rank.
All right, and now it's time to fight Mundus.
I'll just buy one more Devil Star and we're good.
Okay. I think the first time anybody has ever gotten to this part in the game, once the fight started, they probably had to pause and put their controller down and ask what is happening. Because it really confused me the first time I went through. Instead of our action hack and slash gameplay, we get flying dragons through space in a shoot 'em up with weird runic attacks. Doesn't really make any sense.
And also fighting a statue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
like a big Zeus.
Is this Devil May Cry or Shadow of the Colossus?
Funny that the dragon that shoots out of Dante's chest for whatever reason is canonically named Puff the Dragon. So there's a little bit of fun for you guys.
And given the fact it runs on Devil Trigger, it is literally Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah, exactly. All right, and now we're just going to jump into the lava. One thing to know about the lava in this boss fight, it cannot kill you. It can only bring you down to 1 HP. Now, Mundus can kill you, so Flenn's going to heal himself.
Ow.
But yeah, just a quick 1-2 high time, 1-2 high time, and get him down here.
I almost died. Oh my god.
Oh.
Also, guys, shush. Legendary cutscene time. Put the control down, remembered.
That was a great clutch.
My mother risked her life for me, and now you too. I should have saved you. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. This was my mother's. Now I'm giving it to you. My father's also here now. Rest in peace.
That was so sad. Guys,
Such
literally,
emotion.
I am so crying. I'm literally crying right now.
All right, and we're on to the final mission. The only thing we've got left to do is to escape.
Because this was a Resident Evil game, so we have to have an escape sequence.
Yeah, and I mean, it tracks. Act. Yeah, I just have to read this out of chat. The scene's right up there with Zero's "What am I fighting for?"
They're both the legendary cutscenes.
Well, and I have to say, I didn't know what your PB was, but I am very impressed with this run, man.
Yeah,
My PB was 45, 30 something. Can't recall right now.
RTA?
RTA, yeah.
I think you would have handily beat it.
I would have, but Nightmare was a troll.
Yeah. You should get on those leaderboards, man.
I have submitted my runs.
Oh, have you? I must have missed them. My bad. Yeah, good. Very, good showing, good showcase of the run. Your orb route was great. Exactly what you needed. No major mistakes. Showed off basically every trick, Just good, solid game. Very nice. And now for the final boss, the final boss. A weird amalgamation of statues and spaghetti, naturally.
Of course.
yeah. Well, congratulations, guys. We're fighting Chef Boyardee.
Yeah.
Just do the double star. What am I doing?
And we're just a quick vortex right into his chest. There's not really anything he can do about it.
And it looks like we have a winner. Time is not yet. Time is when I skip the following cutscene. Because we still have this plane sequence. Oh yeah, remember the plane? See, he was important.
Foreshadowing.
I can't do my roll back. Somehow I didn't get hit.
All right.
Hey.
Very nice.
And time. Whew.
Good game.
Nicely done, Flen.
Yeah, GG's.
Thank you everybody for having me here today. That was fantastic, really fun.
45, 46 with the cutscene. Yeah. Yeah, you're due for a PB, man, for sure.
Yeah, I would have gotten a PB. Oh yeah, that was Devil May Cry, everybody. Thanks again, everybody, for having me. Loved it. You guys are all awesome. If you ever want to find me again, I stream at twitch.tv/flennils. I'm currently speedrunning Mega Man X2, so maybe we'll see that in the future. Who knows? Wink, wink. You guys want to plug yourselves too?
I'm Slickford. I haven't really been streaming. I'll be around. Slickford IV the 4th on Twitch. That's it.
And I also stream on Twitch at Crimson Shooter. I also really haven't been streaming all that much, but I've been practicing my own things so that way I can challenge a certain whale to a race.
Haha.
Well,
But yeah. Thank you.
it was amazing to have you. Thank you so much for your run. Once again, good game. You did an amazing